finish line. You can't get there from here.
Strap on your feet bag. Wide Army. Running with scissors.
HWYRT.
HWYRT.
How come you're not running right now? No, seriously, grab some headphones and go for a run while you listen.
Come on, break.
And now, without further ado, here are Brian and Peter.
Now, Peter, this is what I want to tell you.
Go ahead.
It's the beginning of March.
Can't believe it.
The weather just turned in here in Boston.
Came in like a lion, baby.
Or a lamb. I don't know.
Nope, it's going to go out like a lamb.
Maybe. The snow and ice is leaving us. The roads are safe now to run, and it's a little sunnier. At the end of the day, it's about to become a lot sunnier at the end of the day when the time changes.
Them clocks.
All right, now I'm going away for 2 weeks for different
what?
things. Little business, little pleasure.
It's everything you do.
But that makes me feel like when I get back and it's deep March and it's going to be spring, earnest spring.
The importance of being in earnest spring.
That I need to be out there running a lot of miles. And I'm freaking out because I've got 1 foot in icy roads, really cold, barely scratching out threes because I can see my breath and it's hard, to 1 foot in crushing 5 miles a day and long runs on the weekends because that's what I do now. And I'm torn.
I think you need to unshackle your expectations. I think.
Okay.
You want to talk about torn? Let's talk about muscle tearing if you keep on acting the way you're acting. Calm the blank down.
Calm my blank down.
If we were in the same room, I would slap your face.
You're right there, Peter.
I'm not going to hit you.
I know what you had for lunch because I can smell your breath.
Non-violence. I had a salad for lunch, a salad angel.
You did.
Salad angel, salad angel, salad angel. Salad.
Because I'm on the road to Willville, as are you.
Am I?
So what I don't want to see you do
Right.
is overdo it. Neither of us needs to overdo it now.
Because we don't have an event till the end of June.
It's not the end of June. It's June 21st. It's the longest day of the year. We're looking for names for our yet-to-be fully named ultra on the longest day of the year. We'll get to that in a minute. All I'm saying to you is go outside.
Okay.
Be running.
Mm-hmm.
Run what feels good. And starting April 1, build a plan. And then stick to that plan all of April, all of May, the first 20 days of June. That's all you need, son.
Yeah, I think you're right,
I know I am.
but I'm going to need help. I need help.
You have it. You have a cadre of people around you. You have a community that you've helped foster and build in the Highwartians. Who is going to help you?
I don't know. If anybody wants to help make a plan for me for April, May, and June.
You just saw the Professor Lollipop.
I did.
Eureka! I've done it again!
He's looking good, I got to say.
He is looking good.
He's back to running after many, many months out.
But I was there for that whole thing, and you didn't mention needing a plan once.
No, it happens. I'm very driven by the elements. It was still winter last week when we saw Professor Lollipop.
You weren't thinking like this.
And now I'm thinking, I wrote road miles.
I see buds on the trees. I need road miles.
Yeah, but there's no buds on the trees. I mean,
No, there are buds on the trees.
Really?
Thank you very much. Of course there are.
I haven't seen any.
You got to look.
Oh.
Yeah, if you look, they're there. Anyway, calm down. Go on your little trips, some for work, some for pleasure. Run both of those places.
I will.
I know you will.
I will.
And calm down.
I'm just,
Take your Garmin
yeah.
and throw it in the trash.
No.
Trash it.
No.
You don't need it.
No.
You don't need it.
I do.
You're relying too much on data. Go with your
I don't-
heart. Go with your heart.
The funny thing is, I don't run enough to have enough data to
I
be
don't
even
yeah,
useful.
no, nothing.
So, no.
But you are one of those people.
I will. I will become
it didn't
that.
happen, and
Yeah.
I can't see it on the ones and zeros.
I will be that, but right now I'm running so few miles it doesn't matter.
I had a great workout yesterday.
Well, tell me about that. And then I want to get to some wonderful messages that listeners of this Little Here show sent us.
I just went to the gym around midday at lunch, and I ellipticaled the crap out of myself, and it was good. I went on one of those ones.
Wait, at what point during the workout did you break a sweat?
Oh, that's a good question, because I do love that moment.
Right?
I do love it. And I'm not happy until sweat gets in my eyes, and then I'm not happy until I see the stains on the shirt.
Right.
I broke a sweat at minute 6.
Okay. How long did you go?
I did a 25-minute run on the elliptical that also had walk and jog settings.
Your knees, thank you.
And you can set the stride length for each of those.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really good for me. Yeah, my knees are happy with me right now. It's good.
That's my warm-up now, is the elliptical.
Oh, so you're saying my entire workout is your
No.
warm-up?
I don't do 25 minutes. I do like 5 at the max.
You got to go into it and get that going. And I got my heart rate up to like 140, 141.
Mm-hmm.
I averaged 132 on the heart rate for the whole thing, which I felt was good. Do you feel that was good?
Well, I don't know what your heart rate zones are, but I would say yes.
I mean, it's better than nothing.
No. That's the right, the prevailing wisdom these days by most people in our sort of
Age range?
right and fitness range is that you want to do most of your miles in the lower heart rate zone so you don't injure yourself. There's all sorts of ideas.
Just remember
that what's more efficient for fat burning, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But what you want to be able to do is work out as much as possible without getting hurt.
And remember, I'm your weight
Yeah.
if you were also carrying a 5th grader on your shoulders,
Right.
give or take.
Right.
So I do want to be careful,
Yeah.
mostly because I don't want to drop that person.
Right.
But I am carrying a substantial amount of, what's the word I want? Baggage.
Oh.
Some might say it.
Should we talk about the baggage that you carry?
I don't think we should do it.
I don't
no.
think so
That's
either.
not what this is.
No.
I'll see you at Thought Platform for that. But that's neither here nor there.
Oh, it's everything. This is why we pick up the mics, Peter.
Also, Scott, manager of the New Balance gym, said he was going to send us a voice memo.
Voice memo.
Voice memo!
So he's going to hear this and be like, all right, I forgot to do that. But he could verify that, yes, I did 23 out of the 28. Is that right? Yeah, 23 out of the possible 28 days of February.
Fantastic.
Showed up,
Congratulations.
did it. Thank you very much. I'm proud of it.
Are you doing it for March too?
March Madness?
March Madness.
No. Although he did say, I was literally getting onto the elliptical and like I just wanted to start and he was talking to me and I felt like I couldn't not pay attention to him.
Right.
But I was trying to put in my metrics and all that weird stuff, but I was trying to focus on him and I had like one earbud out so my music has stopped. Anyway, he says, there's 28 days in every month. And it was like the first time I'd ever thought of that. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, every single month has 28 days.
Yeah. It also has 10 days. And 4.
I don't know what you're doing there.
And 16.
Yeah, but that's not the point. The point
I
is
know.
every month has 28.
Yes, it does.
And I was like, wow, he's right. I could shoot for 28 every single month.
Or what did you get? 23?
I got 23 out of 28.
You could shoot for 23 every month.
Oh, it seems
Every
like-
month has 23
It
days.
seems like a lot of pressure.
At least.
It seems like a lot of pressure.
Well, Is it an opportunity?
Yeah, I guess it's an opportunity, but okay.
Depends on what you want to do.
Don't worry about me. That was February.
I'm so worried about you.
Yeah, I'm worried about you.
All right, I have a challenge for you.
No.
Yes.
We're not. That was not part of this deal.
20 minutes. That's it.
20 minutes.
It's a 20-minute challenge.
20-minute challenge.
And you don't have to do anything except stand there. Our same gym, I just signed up for this. You've probably seen it. Has the little machine that you hold the handles and you stand on the thing. I don't know what it's called. And it gives you your body composition.
You mean an E-meter reader or a theta zone? No, yes. I know about it. I've thought about it. Did you sign up?
I'm going after I come back from my trip.
Can I wait till after I'm back from Japan?
No. Well, you can, but you have to pay for it. It's free in March for members.
Why is it free?
Because they're trying to get people to do it.
Jeez, I do like free. What's supposed to happen afterwards? What are they selling you on the other side of it?
Well, they're probably going to try to sell you physical therapy, but really, you're going to get a readout. So I did one of these before the pandemic.
Okay.
We had a thing at work where they brought one in,
yeah.
And it was part of a whole nutrition course I was taking, and I did it. And, the results were interesting and helpful.
How is it taking the reading? Like thermal? What is it?
Believe me, I don't know.
Are they submerging me in water at any point?
I don't remember that, but it was quite a few years ago.
Do electrodes get stuck to me?
No. It's like you stand on a scale in bare feet,
Yeesh.
And then these little arms are there.
Am I nude?
Nope. And you hold the little handles.
Yeah.
And then they give you some information. I think I might have also blown into a thing, or I don't remember.
Wait, so I shouldn't drink before I do this?
Oh, there's a whole list of things to do and not to do.
To prep?
Just for the 24 hours.
Is it also a colonoscopy machine?
Yeah, that would be convenient. No. Much less arduous in the prep.
All right. I mean, I'll look at it. I'm not saying.
Just look at it.
I'm not verbaling on that.
All right. You just got to sign up. One of the trainers will walk you through it.
If you're gone for 2 weeks, maybe I'll do it while you're gone.
That would be awesome.
It would be awesome. Like homework.
Yeah.
Like this is the book report you're giving me.
Right, I am.
While I have a substitute
right.
host. Who's the substitute host while you're gone?
That's not for me to decide.
Better call Igor.
If a show drops the end of next week with you and Igor, I will listen to it on the plane.
Oh, I would listen to it.
Yeah, for sure. Or maybe folks will just send in like 1,000 voice memos and we'll just do a voice memo show.
If we could just stitch together a
great.
voice memo show, I'd be fine with that. Okay, so speaking of,
yeah,
you have some communiques?
I do. I want to read 4 emails to you.
You going to do it verbatim or you going to summarize them?
A little of both.
Thanks.
Okay. I want you to pick 1, 2, 3, or 4.
Let's go with number 4.
That's Melissa.
Hi, Melissa.
Melissa says, I just went to subscribe to your YouTube channel, the How Was Your Run Today YouTube channel.
Number 12.
Where we directed everybody. And she said, hey, I'd already done it. Yay,
Whoa.
me. So it worked. We're over 50 people.
We did do that.
We did.
I feel great about that.
So now we need to hit 100.
We certainly do. That's not hard. Let's do it.
It's not hard. So if every listener to this little here show just goes to YouTube, How Was Your Run Today, and clicks follow, it helps because it gets our show out into the eyeballs and ear holes of folks who need it, whether or not that's how you consume the show. Anyway, Melissa says, I just wanted to send you both a note to say how happy I am that you're back. So, Peter, it was a good decision to come back.
Yeah, it's been pretty good.
We don't know each other, but I live in Boston, Roslindale, and love hearing your commentary about running in the area. I once did tell you on the socials that I can't eat a salad without hearing Salad Angel. I love that.
We've already played it today.
We did. I stumbled onto your show many years ago, maybe even right at the beginning, and I felt like I've had friends chatting with me on so many long runs listening to your podcast. I trained for 2 marathons listening to you guys.
Holy cow.
Great job, Melissa. I listened to you as I ran around my block during the pandemic and got my family to do a backyard Boston marathon.
Okay, Melissa, what's going on?
Shout out to the great Greg Shea who came up
Greg
with that.
Shea came up with that idea.
Now I'm training to do a single-day presidential traverse, and I'm still listening.
Hold on.
I am so jealous because what is it? The Presidential Traverse and the Pemigewasset Loop are the two big sort of iconic white mountains.
Yeah.
And I want to do those so
Speaking
badly.
of Greg Shea, I believe he's done the first one, right?
I think he did the
Presidential.
He did one. I don't remember.
I think it was presidential.
They did a video about it. I've watched it.
Okay.
Here's the one that got me.
This is still Melissa.
And I quote, I was stupidly excited when I saw a new episode come into my feed a few months ago and have been so happy to listen every time since then.
Oh,
So isn't that nice?
that's nice.
I love it.
That's really nice. Melissa, are you coming out for the longest day of the year run? Ultra thing?
Well, she doesn't verbal for that, but she does offer a title for the race.
Good.
The 60% more soul searching solstice run, because it's 60% more daylight.
60%. I feel like 60% more soul could definitely get folded into a larger title. I like this.
Okay, now you pick 1, 2, or 3.
Well, first, thank you, Melissa. All of that means a lot, and it's always nice to hear it because we sort of just send these out and we never really know if people like it or listen to it. So it's great to hear that you've been around for a while and that we do something to make your training better or whatever, and that's great. Would love to see you out there, especially on the longest day of the year with 60% more soul. Brian, I'm going to say number 2.
Number 2 is Stephanie from North Carolina.
Hi, Stephanie.
And Stephanie just wanted to send some photos, and we want to give her a shout out because she went from North Carolina, got down to Florida for her 50th birthday goal race, which was the
I'm going to guess it was a Disney race.
Disney Princess 5K, 10K, half marathon races.
Did she do all of them?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So fantastic.
Did she do it in costume?
Yes, I'm looking at the photo right here.
What is that? Because I can kind of see it. What is
I
that?
think it's a Snow White costume.
Oh, it's kind of a take on Snow White.
Or is it... Oh, I'm so bad with the princesses. Who's the other one?
Oh, I don't know. It's not Cinderella.
It's not Cinderella.
No,
Maybe.
if it has red in it, it's definitely Snow White.
All right.
Does she not say?
No, I think we're supposed to know.
I think it's definitely Snow White. Like when I see that, because now I'm looking at the one that you sent of you in front of the castle, the dark blue and the red make me think it's Snow White. Although
the compression socks make me think 3 races in 2 days, or 1 day even. Wait, Stephanie, we need more info. You did all these races in how long?
I think it's in a weekend.
Oh my gosh.
I don't think maybe the 5 and 10 are in 1 day, and then the half is another day. I think.
I'm exhausted just hearing about this.
I
Congratulations,
love this.
Stephanie.
This is great.
I
Thank
love
you,
it.
Stephanie. Thanks for sharing.
All right, 1 or 3.
I like the prime number 3.
All right, this is just a quick one. Michael just wanted to send us a photo and say he's getting back to running slowly but surely. Did a 5.4K walk jog. It was, a bluebird day and 45 degrees. From Anchorage, Alaska.
Michael coming in from the AK.
Yeah.
We'll take that.
So that's where, you think we reach coast to coast? No. We reach to Anchorage, too.
Thanks for sending that in, Michael.
All right, so now number 1.
Well, by default, number 1 is last, but first in our hearts.
So Shannon, reaching out from Ontario, Canada.
We're crossing borders.
Crossing borders. Want to say she is so glad that we're back on. And after much too long a break, also Shannon is working her way back to fitness and good nutrition. And your podcast makes the journey so much more fun.
Wait, my podcast or your podcast? Our podcast.
Our.
Oh, you're speaking as her.
I was quoting Shannon saying your podcast.
Say that whole line again because it sounded so good.
It's wonderful. Well, she first says, I'm so happy that you're back on the air, which now we know Shannon is of a certain age because
They said on the air.
you said on the air that we're a program
I mean,
on the air.
technically it goes through the air.
Does it, though?
Of course it does.
Of course it does.
Of course it does.
I mean, I think we're on the air, but no, we're podcasting.
I mean, it goes through the air not as radio waves, but as
Right.
ones and zeros that are being brought to you at some point. I hate to say this, but via satellite. I think we're in space, Brian.
I feel like I'm in space sometimes when I'm talking to you. Anyway,
Rude.
Shannon says she's getting back into fitness and good nutrition, and your podcast, Peter and Brian, makes the journey so much more fun.
That's nice. Thank you.
And also provides 4 possible names for the race.
All right, so if I'm to understand what you're about to say is these are the 4 ideas to name the longest day of the year race, Ultra, June 21st, from Shannon. Here we go.
Sunrise to Freedom, 50K.
Not bad.
Boston Harbor to Concord, right?
Freedom Trail, I get you.
Freedom Solstice, 50K. Just shorter.
Yeah, it's a little shorter.
Chasing Daylight, 50K. We are running east to west, so you're chasing the daylight the whole time.
Ooh.
Right. My favorite's number 4.
Here we go.
The race that never ends.
This is the race that never ends.
I like it.
It's pretty good. All right.
So there we go. So those are all added to the big list.
These
of
are all
proposed names.
very good.
Yeah.
Any one of them would work, or pieces of all of them would work.
And that was a great mailbag. Like, I loved all 4 of those messages.
See, this is what's so great. When the mailbag is full, it feels good to go through it.
That's right.
Yeah. Are there a couple bills in there? Sure. Are there a couple flyers? Sure.
But the nice thing about getting a bill in email, you just delete it, and it's like it never happened.
Nope. That's if you've been doing
Click,
that.
delete.
Is this why we don't have a website right now?
What?
Maybe.
I thought that's why you're going to Japan.
I'm going to Japan.
work with Dave Macklem on the
That
website.
is why I'm gone. I need to go on site.
Because you need to do these things have to be done in person these days,
Well,
right?
he and I build a physical model of the website in clay. And then we make a balsa wood 3D rendering of the website before he can write a stitch of code. This is true. I mean, if you were a web designer, you would know that, Brian.
Well, I am not a web designer, for sure.
So, Brian, you're gone for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You're literally out the door right now. You have to go.
Like I said, I have 1 foot in winter and 1 foot in spring. But I will bring my laptop, and if folks do send in a bunch of voice memos, we could put together a voice memo only show next week.
I would like that because it's a long time between shows. People like it weekly.
Yeah, they do.
I kind of like it weekly.
Keep them 90 seconds. That's all I'm going to say.
The shows?
Voice memos.
Oh, the voice memos. Yeah. 90 seconds. My gosh, yeah. 60 is fine.
Yeah, 60 is fine.
Make it tight.
Mm-hmm.
A tight 60, tight 30.
Yep.
Tight 30 is
Just
good.
a shout out. Let us know how you're doing.
You know, record it a couple times. Pick the best one.
Hey, now that's a good idea.
Stop it. People don't.
Right?
People don't think to do that. You don't have to be married to the one you hit record on.
What?
You don't have to be married to the one you hit record on. You can record a second one.
Oh, that sounded almost like sounded like you're an FBI agent and you were doing a wiretap on somebody, and you don't have to be married to the one you hit record on. I think I've been watching too many spy shows.
Yes.
Because I immediately went to
You did.
espionage.
Yeah, you slow horsed it right on up. I don't know why. That's fine.
Yeah.
It's totally fine.
Aren't there all kinds of shows about people being married, like Mr. and Mrs. Smith, The Americans, et cetera, blah, blah, blah?
Yeah. The Bradys.
Well, they were, right, they were Russian agents, Mr. and Mrs. Brady.
Oh, yeah.
And spies. They were double agents.
Yeah, and those weren't their kids.
Of course they weren't.
No, they were all agents.
Right. I think they were all robots.
The only true American in there was Sam the Butcher.
I don't know if we should be sitting here saying who's a true American and who's not. I don't think that's really the place of this podcast.
Okay.
But I'll say this. What was the name of the maid in the Jetsons?
Rosie.
So was Rosie based on Alice or Alice based on Rosie?
Rosie is way before Alice.
Okay.
And I don't think Rosie's based on anybody.
So Alice is based on Rosie.
I don't know about that.
What human live action show is the Jetsons most like?
It's not. It's a take on the Flintstones,
Right.
which was a take on the Honeymooners.
Right.
But the Jetsons is not constructed in the same way
Okay.
as the Flintstones.
No.
So the Jetsons was like, well, what if we did a show like the Flintstones, but in the future?
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
And it's all based on the Honeymooners, but different.
No, only
The Flintstones are certainly based on the Honeymooners.
fully.
Yeah.
Yes. Jetsons not based on anything.
Come on, break.
Here's one of the great little things about the community we have here at How Was Your Run Today?
Tell me.
Well, I'm doing these little trips, and I'm able to go to greatruns.com
That's right.
and look up where I'm going and find some awesome runs in the area because there's always going to be a few.
Yeah, in fact, I just was on their site and they just updated the cherry blossom schedule for both DC and Japan.
And you'll be doing a run from Great Runs?
I'm going to take my cues probably from Dave
A local.
because he knows.
Right.
And I think if we time it right, I'm definitely in the right zone when I'm there. Will some of it have already peaked? Possibly. But especially when we go north towards the end of my time there, we should be hitting it hard.
Well, I'm very jealous. It sounds amazing. We'll hear more about it.
Oh, I mean,
In
I
a
think
future show.
Yeah, we're going to just talk about that endlessly, probably for the rest of the year.
Well, up until the soul-searching solstice run.
Right,
I mean,
'cause then I'm
the
gonna
summer
lose-
solstice run.
Because then I'm going to lose the power of speech.
Maybe just temporarily.
I just want to be clear, and
Yeah.
I want to set expectations.
Okay.
I'm going to move.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to move all the way. I'm going to move all the way from the start to the finish.
From start to the finish.
I'm not talking about any kind of velocity, though.
All right.
All right?
All right.
So just get those lofty goals out of your mind.
Well, I'm
It's a party. It's a
first of all, I
long
don't have
party.
goals. Second of all,
You don't now, but you will.
of course I will.
Because you get all caught up in your noggin.
Yeah, because I'm going to say, let's do it in an hour and 45 minutes.
Do what?
50K.
What are you talking about? We have how many hours of daylight? 16?
Technically, that's how much daylight there is.
Is that true? I actually don't know that.
I don't know. Who knows? 916 seconds. Minutes.
It can't be that much. How long is that?
It's like 15 hours.
Ooh, I can do it.
Yeah, it's 15 plus hours.
Yeah, I can do it.
Yeah.
But the whole goal would be to be done and go do a thing afterwards.
Right.
or
Take advantage of the sunlight.
Like get to a Frisbee game.
Something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To go to a play outside.
Right. Shakespeare in the park.
Seeing The Tempest.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be great.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to be sore or chafed or anything.
Yeah, you will be.
I swear to God, I got chafed coming into work today. I'm not kidding.
You might
I started to feel it on the stairs. I was like, what the hell is this?
you might want to adjust your undergarments, Peter.
I probably should put some on.
That might be your problem.
And the show came to a screeching halt. Have fun in your trip. I can't wait to hear more about your stuff that's in your head and why you can't do the things and the stuff and the doing too much and not enough and all the things and I'm nothing and I'm everything and ouch.
Goodbye.
That's actually what goes on in your skull. I can hear it from here.
It's amazing.
I hear you.
It's amazing.
So you can just do this with your laptop.
Just
out in
gonna cut that
California.
right out?
Yeah, you can just get rid of all that
I liked it.
because that sucked.
Well, okay.
Well, because your point was meaningless. None of this will make the final cut, but it'll be fun for you to listen to later.